We're here today in our barn, getting ready to show you all the fireworks we got for the 4th of July.
These fireworks are from Red Rocket.
Before Lil Man Jay would catch fire as a promising rapper and social media personality, sharing clips and performances of original freestyles. Before Lil Man Jay would drop Cap Freestyle shortly after graduating high school and instantly become famous for sounding like Lil Baby.
I would still say Lil Baby, like, cause I mean, I genuinely like his music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, people can say what they want, man. Why you still mentioning Lil Baby?
Before Lil Man Jay would have around 625,000 subscribers on YouTube, 300,000 followers on Instagram, and over 1.5 million followers on TikTok at the time of this recording. Now, over the course of the past couple of years, the hip-hop community has been introduced to a fake Drake and a fake Lil Durk, but now we got a whole new copycat on our hands. Well, kind of. The rapper known as Lil Man Jay, he blew up in the summer of 2022 after posting a freestyle of himself sounding almost exactly like Lil Baby. Now, once Cap Freestyle hit the internet, everyone was left wondering if Lil Man Jay was truly serious about the rap life or if it was all just one big joke. Well, it turns out he actually is. And ever since his breakthrough moment, Lil Man Jay, he's continued to release singles at a breakneck pace while captivating his ever-increasing online audience with hilarious and relatable content via social media. Now, with each passing month, this young man, he's getting more and more famous. So today I'm gonna pull back the curtain on his come-up story and tell you about how he's become one of the most intriguing melodic rappers of recent memory on our latest episode of Before They Are Famous. Now, for those of you guys watching this video, if you're not subscribed, please ring the bell. Only about 6% of the channel has notifications turned on, and our views, it's a competitive space. We could use all the support. So ring that bell, and I'll see you guys after the intro, if we even still do those. Lil Man Jay was born Jack Benfield on June 20th, 2005 in the city of York, North Carolina. Now, there he grew up in a family of 5 with 2 siblings, including his older brother and his younger sister. Now, at the time of his birth, Jay was already dealing with multiple medical conditions like scoliosis, a cleft palate, and missing cartilage in the knuckle joints of his hands.
With like 4 medical conditions, one being scoliosis.
Now, rather than let those disabilities define him, Jay decided to carve out a path for himself as a musician instead. Now, he started listening to rap music at 10 years old, even though his parents, they weren't exactly pleased because of all the cussing and the violent lyrics. But the more Jay listened to hip-hop, the more he just wanted to be a part of it. So he started crafting original material when he was just 13 with the help of his iPhone, wired earbuds, and the GarageBand app while in the midst of a family road trip.
So I was like, really inspired. Just listen to it the whole way there. Inspired one more time. But
now, it quickly dawned on Jay that this particular setup, it might not be the best way to record music because the overall quality of his work was slow. Now, if he wanted people to take him seriously, he was gonna have to improve not only in regards to his talent, but his resources as well. At the age of 15, Jay got his first job working as a detailer at a local auto body shop. Now, with the money he saved from that gig, Jay was able to reinvest in his music career, and through some friends at work, he actually booked time at a studio in Charlotte, North Carolina, where he recorded his first music under the moniker Lil Man Jay, a nickname given to him by his high school friends, Preston and Nate. Starting in September of 2019, Jay, he began dropping some of these new compositions on YouTube with titles like It's Just the Beginning, Simple Man, and Run Up the Beat. In July of 2020, he recorded his 10th studio single, I'ma Be Alright. With this track, he finally began to gain some real traction, earning over 65,000 streams across multiple platforms shortly after its release. The single even managed to capture the attention of some independent record labels, but ultimately nothing came from those conversations. Now, instead, Jay, he would have to wait 2 more years for his breakthrough moment to finally arrive. In May of 2022, Lil Man Jay, he accomplished a major milestone. He graduated from Clover High School in Clover, South Carolina, a year earlier than everyone else's age group. Now, the year before his graduation, Jay, he had largely stopped making music after having seen a disappointing return on investment while paying for listeners. Now, this discouraged him in regards to the entire music making process. But somewhere in the back of his head, well, Jay, he knew rap was what he really wanted to do. So he eventually returned, composing new songs like Never and What I'm On, while also performing frequently on TikTok Live, which paved the way for the song that would finally put him on the hip-hop map. When Cap Freestyle dropped in early June of 2022, only weeks after Lil Man Jay had graduated, I doubt anyone expected it to be the hit it became. But one line in particular stuck a chord with audiences all over America. Try to act black, but I'm white as can be. Yeah, I'm white, little baby. No one harder than me. That's when everyone, not just Jay's biggest fans, realized this dude really does sound exactly like Lil Baby. Now from there, well, Jay's streaming numbers, they exploded on YouTube, going from an average around 30,000 a release to 6.5 million views for the official music video to that viral track. Even though Lil Man Jay was blowing up, well, it took Lil Baby about a month to catch on to what exactly was happening. Now on a post shared by Our Generation Music showing clips of Lil Man Jay mimicking Baby's cadence, well, the Atlanta rapper finally weighed in with his own thoughts, and he seemed to be pretty damn confused, wondering if Jay was supposed to be a parody or not. You know what they say, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So hopefully Lil Baby, well, he wasn't left too shook hearing another rapper sound exactly like him. Now for his own part with Lil Man Jay, he says he was never consciously trying to imitate Lil Baby, it just kind of came out that way. Regardless, all the conversation surrounding the song had helped it become wildly successful, climbing to the top 5 of Spotify's Viral 50 chart and staying there for weeks. Meanwhile, fans of the track, they took to social media platforms to share their thoughts on Lil Man Jay's talent, writing things like, Lil Man Jay's music fucking slaps, he the white baby for show. And Lil Man Jay is gonna make it one day, gonna make it. Even though Lil Man Jay was genuinely trying to sound like himself, well, it's unquestionable the similarities in his delivery to Lil Baby, well, they helped put him on the hip-hop map. But could he stay there? Let's dissect a little further. After making music for over 3 years with Lil Man Jay, he finally received his first rap paycheck in August of 2022. Now, what's the first thing he spent his hard-earned dough on? Well, after a few fans online pointed out his less than stellar footwear, well, he bought himself a fresh pair of kicks. From there, well, Jay, he leveraged the exposure he was gaining from industry blogs across the country to continue promoting his releases. Follow-up tracks like Rowdy continued to build off of Cap Freestyle's success by earning an additional 1 million streams on Spotify within 2 months of its release. Over the course of the next year, well, Jay, he would continue to build upon his library, dropping Loyalty, So Real, and Dominoes. And then in May of 2023, well, he released his first EP, Save the Summer. In order to deliver on the promise of that project's title in late summer of 2023, well, Lil Man Jay booked his first live performance ever in Los Angeles, California. And while that concert is still yet to happen at the time of this recording, well, I can only imagine how amazing of an experience it'll be for Jay. Now, this dude, he went from a literal nobody battling medical conditions that would have left most of us feeling, well, a certain part of despair. Well, he turned himself into one of the most promising acts in hip-hop on the come up. Say what you want about the Lil Man Jay and the Lil Baby comparisons, but if you have ever seen Jay on camera, then you know he's a born entertainer who's simply been waiting for this moment to catch fire. And with his career still steadily building upwards, well, the potential this kid has, well, it's limitless, but it remains to be seen how far his career will ultimately take him. All right, folks, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode of Before They Were Famous. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Is there room in the hip-hop community for Lil Baby and Lil Man Jay to coexist? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe, turn on them notifications, ring that bell, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!